Hello class, I wanted to welcome you to HRM 310 online. My name is Professor Stutzman and I will be working with you over the next few weeks to the completion of this course. I did have a few things that I wanted to do. First of all, I wanted to introduce myself. If you have read my bio, that gives you the most information about me. But I've been teaching this course for, I think this is my 5th time, 3 years at Wilmington, as well as a professor at Eastern University for the past 6 years, I believe it's been now. And I've just recently finished my doctorate in strategic leadership, which fits really well with this course because a lot of the work that I've been doing with that degree has been consulting for organizations and organizational change. And we're going to be talking a lot about organizational change in this course. So I wanted to give you a very quick update on some of the logistics of the course to give you an idea of what we're going to get into. I had posted another video earlier but realized that that was an old video, so I wanted to give you something that was a little bit more updated. As you noticed, we have a giant textbook for this class. There's only one textbook, but it is pretty massive, so don't get discouraged when you look at it. It will be difficult to read the entire thing verbatim, so I would suggest making sure that you at least understand all the concepts that are in the material, and also try to connect the material as much as you can to the things that we're learning in class. One of the things that I allow my students to do is for quizzes, they do not have to finish the quizzes until the last week of the semester. So if you want to hold off on quiz 1 or quiz 2 or quiz 3 until you get a little bit more into the chapters and read a little bit more information, please feel free to. There is a time limit, which I think is about 90 to 100 minutes, which should give you plenty of time. It's about 10 minutes a question. It is open book, it's open note, so you can have your textbook, all your notes. Wilmington also gives you a really nice set of PowerPoint for each chapter, PowerPoint presentation, so you can print all those out and you can do your quiz online, but again, there is a time limit on that. However, just remember, you don't have to have your quizzes done each week. You can get them done by the end of the semester if you decide to. The one thing, though, that you cannot skip out on every week is the discussion boards. That's in lieu of class time, so if a student does not complete those in a given week, then I just assign a 0 and I cannot let you make that up. If you've noticed, on Wednesday night, it's when your first initial post is due, which should be substantial with connections to the text. You should be citing some sources there, or at least citing what you found in the text and citing that correctly. APA is what we use here. And after that, then you're going to be writing your 2 reflection posts based on somebody else's posts. So you're responding to 2 different classmates. So make sure you get that done by the end of the week so that you don't lose points for that. It's pretty easy points. A lot of students just forget to get it done on time, or don't take that much effort and don't do much work with those, and they don't get the best scores. So put a little bit of time and effort into that. Make sure that you're showing me you're reading your book and your materials. The papers that are with this course, the one thing that I want to stress is make sure that you're doing your citations correctly with APA. There's been a lot of students who have gotten 0s on assignments because they've copied materials from online and have not cited it correctly, or just stolen other people's work and called it their own. So please be really careful about that. I do check up on all those things, and I want you to be the best writers as possible. I want you to get the most out of the class, and you're not going to get the most out if you're just copying and pasting other people's work. So I need to make sure that you do your work and you show your work. If you do have any questions about that, please let me know. In the next week or so, after I see your first papers, I'll probably give you a whole bunch of pointers. I'll give you some pointers for discussion boards, and I'll give you a lot of pointers for your papers. Again, I want you guys to be the best writers that you can be. I want you to learn the most that you can, and I want you to do well, ultimately do well in this course. So I will give you some pointers. Now it's up to you to actually read those pointers and take them to heart and implement them into your writing style and what you do. There's a lot of students who I've talked to at the end of the semester and wonder why they didn't do well. Well, they probably, they didn't really look at those little tips that I gave them and they did not apply those to the way that they were writing things. So again, my aim is to help you be the best writer as possible. I also want you to understand the material. That's why you're in the course. So please make sure that you look out for, again, the tips for the discussion boards and also the tips for the case studies and papers, and I'll be sending those to you. I think that's about the brunt of what I wanted to talk about with the introduction. We also do have every week about an hour, 2 sets of time set aside that are each an hour, so 2 hours in total, where I'll be on Blackboard IM so that you can chat with me, you can ask me any questions that you want. I will probably be separating those times. For example, yesterday I did a time I think from 4:15 to 5:15 in the afternoon. Tomorrow night I believe is the other time, which is Friday night, and that's pretty late from 10 to 11. So I'm going to try to give some early times, some late times, because I know that all of you have different schedules. Some of you are working full time and are not available. So if those times do not work and you need to talk to me, please send me an email. I'll try to get back to you within 24 hours and help you with whatever situation that you have or whatever questions that you have. There are also availabilities to chat on the phone for a little while, and I'd be happy to assist you in that way as well. So I think that's I think that's about it. I did want to stress about, if you do have questions, please try to give me the 24 hours because you can't just have an issue that you're working with in an assignment and then email me on Friday night or Saturday morning and expect to get a response and be able to complete and fix whatever you need to fix before the deadline on midnight on Sunday. So please be thinking ahead. If you do have questions, please send them out earlier than later so that I can help assist you. I'm really excited to have you all in the course. Hopefully we can work together, get it done, and before you know it, you'll be done with this section and with this course. So hopefully you get a lot out of the class. There's a lot of things that are very relevant to real life, and again, I'm speaking as somebody who just did a doctoral program that included a lot of these concepts, and also somebody who works in an organization. And ironically, my company has been going through a lot of changes structurally, and this course is really relevant to seeing how those things play out in real life. So hopefully, again, you learn a lot from this course, and many blessings to you. Thanks.